Just one of them days that a mom goes through when I'm going for toys. It is gonna be cool. I gotta tell ya, it's a beautiful day. Hi guys, it's your queen diva, Miss Kitty, and you're watching Modern Mommy Diaries Season 2. And please remember, if you're new here, welcome to the family. And if you're a loyalist, thank you so much for always being here. It's always a pleasure. Please do remember to hit the like and subscribe button and also the notification bell so that when we're on, you can know wherever you are in the world. Modern Mommy Diaries is there with you also. Please let me know where you're watching from. Type it in the chat where you're watching from so that we can, big you up, and who knows, maybe I could come to a town near you, all right? Today is one of those days where I'm on the road, and some days it's my business, and nowadays, my love, most days it's AA's business, right? She totally have me under manners, but I'm absolutely loving it, right? As a modern mommy, one of the things that has become apparent is that shopping for kids never ends. You buy till you buy till you buy. And obviously it's different for every mom, right? But for me, my daughter getting the best of time and getting the best of things is just my priority. I was a hard worker to begin with, but for me, she gives me that drive to go even harder. Because when she come to me, I see the things them. If she come to me or me see the things them that I want to buy for her, I want to be able to do that, right? Some people say, don't buy it because they grow out of it, and I care zero. Sometimes I do hold myself, but there are other times when I see something and that's just what I want to do for my baby girl, I'm not saying that will be for everybody or everybody does it that way, but for me in the moment, as my little one baby, I just want do the things them, you know what I mean? Because I love when her eyes light up and she sees something new. And also, I want her to be able to learn, a lot of the things, the toys you buy them, the instruments you buy them, is so that to introduce them to different things. And I absolutely love her growth. And whenever I do my research and, I will see other mommies use things with their children, I may say, okay, that looks interesting. That looks like something I think AA would love or I think would be great for her development. I am definitely getting it, right? So, yeah, I just love it. And I just choose. I'm not going to buy the things them. I just choose. I just figure say, when she grow them out, I will gift and bless another child, bless somebody else with it. But in the meantime, in between time, things are for buy, girl. I'm not going to talk the things them way. Oh my God, I'm not going to buy. Me I buy it. And will. And does. Yeah, that part. I just want her to be so comfortable and so happy. So my thing with her is I don't do the let's cry it out. We're not crying out anything. You know what? I'm not exercise our vocal cord. Yeah, because I've researched and found from a neuroscientist that when sometimes you think, oh, they might cry it out and they must stop. You know what the man actually said? Guys, he says when the baby, you leave them there to cry, I make them cry it out. And when they stop crying, it's as if they have given up. That is why they have stopped crying. So you might think, oh, them tired or whatever. No. They have given up. I never want my daughter to feel like she has to give up. You know what I mean? That just breaks my heart. Like, me not run a ball in joke. As my baby I cry, me I take her up. I don't care. When people say, oh, you're going to spoil her. Spoil her. Leave the baby them. I don't think that you can spoil a baby that's 6 months old. A baby, spoil. You know what is spoil to me? When you have your big great tone picnic, what 30 and 35 and 40 in your house, who not working, not go school, not contributing to a bill, not doing anything productive, and them spread off in your bed like a beach towel and in your house and yam down your house like chichi. That is spoil to me. Yeah. Spoiler when you have one man who are beating your neck side and a beating your head, and a beat you go and beat you come, not providing for you, and you cook and wash and clean for him. That a spoil. Yeah, that is spoiling to me. But when it comes to a baby who is so vulnerable, who is so innocent and young, and just needs your love, I don't see that as spoiling. I want her nervous system to be without scar and trauma for as long as possible. Because the truth is, there are certain things that happen in our lives. You don't remember it, but your nervous system, it remembers it and it manifests itself in so many different ways. So when people, don't hands are, me want hands are, foot are, gloves are, finger, ears are. You never know, me want glove. Hey, the way me love my baby, me can't, look here now, don't make me war and kick off, but my child comfort. No, I go comfortable. And her caregivers know, if she cry for like 5 seconds, you pick her up. Yeah, everybody know me. Me don't want she a ball unnecessarily, because crying is their little way of communicating with me, communicating with us that something might be wrong. Maybe them hungry, them pam want change, you know, them look at diaper want change, them belly hurt, them maybe them feel pain. She can't say, oh, I'm feeling pain, mommy, right? Or the very fact of the matter is, they may just want to be held. So some people tell you, but me just feed her, I'ma just change him, I what do him? You know what? Maybe they just need a hug. Maybe they just need to be reassured. So my tagline for AA is, don't worry, sweetie, it's okay. You're loved, you're protected, and you are safe. Babies want to feel safe and should be made to feel safe. I'm gonna wash it in the good, comfortable clothes, in the good, nice blanket, and I want her to wrap up and just dip on me. Oh, me look on it, guys, listen. And me got trouble the one-eyed serpent, and she come. Therefore, I'm supposed to go all out to make her as comfortable as possible. And me not see nothing wrong with that. Tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, my sound. Me don't know about the ball it out. I think it's called the Friedman technique, or the way me eat all the, me don't even know it with, like it name starts with F. I'm gonna do the research and find out. Right? I don't subscribe to that. I don't want my child a ball. Next thing my baby go think that she a one in the world, or people gonna leave her or abandon her, and she a crying about in her ear. Are you crazy? No. I don't subscribe to that. So I'm en route to complete sourcing, and they are my official shippers, and they are so reliable. They are so awesome. And when I need to get things from overseas quickly, because you know, beloved them nowadays, pick me, you have to get things from foreign every minute and the things them, which is fine. Perfectly fine. And I ship things for her, so I'm very excited to see her new car. So she's not at the level or at the age where she can ride a tricycle. So I got her this car, well, her dad got her this car, so we can push it and push her in it, right? Yes, her dad and her auntie Sandy. So big up Sandy. Hey Sandy. Yeah, so we can push her in it. A part of getting AA this car and some of her toys too is so that she will be outside, because I believe that children should be in nature, right? They should be outside. They have to ramp in a little dirt. They have to touch the trees. They have to touch the grass. They have to lie down and roll and touch stone. Look and see the stars. Look at the birds. So I don't want her to, me not grow AA for lock up in a house. Me not do the house lock up. Of course, she have to in there, but I want her for outside. You know, I like outside, because I honestly think that sometimes, you know, the people them cry out. They want to be outside, but I also know that it's difficult, because sometimes the truth is, as a mommy, you know, you're gonna work, you when you come home from work, you're tired, you don't really have the energy to necessarily go outside. But as best we can, we have to try, you know, serve them, get them outside, get them in the sunlight, get them in a little rain, get them in the pool, get them in the river, get them at the beach. So we're here at 3 Beechwood Avenue, complete sourcing. Yay, we're here, complete sourcing. That much closer to the car. Yeah. For the kids, we gotta go all out, you know what I mean? And of course, everything within reach and within reason. I don't believe in spending what you don't have. I don't believe in hanging your basket higher than where you can reach it. But I do believe in making every effort to make your child happy, or your children. All right. Hello. Hey Debs, what up baby? Good afternoon, how are you? You good? Mwah. Thank you. I made it, Debs. Finally. The traffic was bad, but I'm here now, yes. So this is a beautiful Deborah, complete sourcing. Extraordinary lady. I mean, she's just so amazing. And one thing you do know as a mommy, when you need to order things from overseas, you need to have a reliable shipper. You need somebody who is dependable. You need somebody who is centrally located. You need somebody who can get the things them in the country. So, Debs, the car is here?
Yes, it's here finally.
Yes, finally. Good job. Oh, yay! Oh my God, I think I'm happier than AA. Hi, Karan. Okay, guys, so this is Big Muscle Karan, right? Karan is a muscle, and he is so helpful, so professional, and I love Karan because he can actually set up things, right? And again, it's the value-added service provided here at Complete Sourcing, right? So you come and you get your money's worth every time. Okay. So Deb's phone will ring there again, so I'm gonna leave her to do our work. Coming on the big boss. You understand? Hey OJ, how you doing? Debs, thank you so much. Love you loads. Thank you. Yeah. See you here. Take care, Debs. Bye. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.
All right. Karan, you know what? I can't even wait to go home for open it. You can bust it for me? Open it, please. Thank you. Uncle Karan to the rescue. Woi. Oh my God. The mission is, I feel like, an accomplished mommy right now. Yeah, I got it. So I need to find the uncle now to set it up. But who am I gonna call? Not Ghostbusters, but stay tuned because you're gonna see the fix up, all right? Catch you on the flip side. It's Modern Mommy Diaries. This is what we do, honey. Today, I'm very excited to have this queen on my show. Yeah, it's a girl I like in her real life. She's such an ambitious, driven, industrious, educated, articulate, effervescent, well-poised, passionate, diligent, kind, empathetic, patient young lady, and she's my very special guest here today. She's a mother. She's a consultant obstetrician gynecologist. Hello, remember I told you I ears to study them stuff today. You have a bright like 21 stadium bulb. And listen, it took a lot for her to get here, but she has gotten here with so much grace. She's an article Jamaican girl. She embodies that strength, that grace. She's dedicated to ensuring that every woman achieves their very best and their full potential, mind, body, and soul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please help me welcome Dr. Sara Lawrence Lewis. Hello.
Hello, my darling.
How are you, Doc?
I'm good.
Thank you
for having me.
I touch all the bases?
Yeah, wait, you go above and beyond.
Oh my God, no, because you deserve above and beyond. Because
Thank
you know what?
you.
In your field, you go above and beyond, Sarah, for so many women every day. And I just want to congratulate you because I know the field of medicine can be very taxing,
Yeah, man.
physically, emotionally, psychologically,
Yeah.
and spiritually, because I know you're a very God-fearing woman,
Yeah,
right?
man.
And so sometimes a patient might be on the table and it's not about your skill or knowledge, it's about God and invoking God.
It's all about God,
Yeah.
to be honest. It's more than just my occupation. It's my calling,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
So when it's your ministry, God give you everything that you need. Because sometimes you look back and you're like, how you manage this? Wife, children, patients, and obstetrics and gynecology is a very special subspecialty where you're actually called upon any hour of the night.
Yes.
And you have a patient subset that kind of needs you a little more
Yeah.
than others do.
Yeah.
So it really pulls on you a lot. But if you're truly walking in your calling, God give you every single thing you need.
I like that.
Yeah,
if you're
man.
truly walking in your calling and your ministry, God gives you everything that you need. And I can see a mommy just snapping her fingers right now because to be a mother, it takes a lot, okay?
Yeah.
So you are a mommy, you are a
Yes.
wife. But before we even delve into all of that, let's go all the way back to 2005 when you were then crowned Miss Jamaica World. What was that moment like for you, and how did things change?
All right, so that was a kind of surreal moment. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't one of those little girls dreaming, you know, silly Sana and say, oh, I want to be this when I grow
Sandra
up.
Foster.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Yes, and June. I saw them. Yes. I saw them and loved them, but I never saw me as one of them. Right. So it was something I liked, but I didn't think I was going to walk in that way. But so luck would have it, I met Terry Carell, who was the reigning Miss Jamaica.
Hey Terry, hey Dr. Terry Carell Reed Johnson. Hello. Yes.
A couple of weeks before, or actually the day before, they had eliminations, and she said, you know, come to this thing. And before then, everybody said, you remind me of the girl in there, you must enter. And I'm like, them just said that. But entered. When I actually ended up winning though, I said, but wait, no.
Wow, when they called your name.
How this work. How this work, because it wasn't premeditated.
Yes.
If I thought about it, I'd have probably had a plan going forward to say, okay, when I win, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I just didn't have a plan.
Right.
And it did nice, because it was exciting, and I'm like,
how old were you at that time?
I was 21 at the time. So I'd already finished a degree. I had a year off, because I did my first degree before, but within biology, emphasis in pre-med, with a plan to go to med school.
Right.
But I had a year off.
So you always wanted to be a doctor?
Not always, you know.
Oh, wow.
Always. Everything always switch up on me.
Yeah.
So when I was in college, I was in accounting.
Yeah. Oh, who knew?
Yeah.
Accounting?
Yes, I was doing accounting initially. But my father said, as long as I'm paying the school fee, you're going to do the sciences.
Okay.
And when I started to do it more and more every year, I'm like, but this thing is the same thing, it's not changing. It was getting a little boring. And I was a procrastinator by nature. And I did at the college I was at, you had to do an internship. And the only place that was available at the time when I was signing up late was the Virginia Baptist Hospital. And I went in, and I was in a neonatal intensive care unit. That's the ICU for the babies. And I go and I see a big fat baby. I said, but this a baby ready for the common entrance. Like, why is this baby in here? And they're like, you know, this was actually the baby of a diabetic mom. Oh, wow. And it's because of her antenatal care, you know, and the lack of sugar control, why the baby's like this now. And then 1,000 things went off inside me. And I feel like I heard God saying some things to me. I said, girl, that's what you're going to do. You're going to help mommies, make sure they have the right care so things like this don't happen. And this wasn't on my radar at all before. So after that, my whole perspective changed.
So God just planted that seed in your
immediately.
In you,
and some dreams that don't even come to fruition yet.
Wow.
But it's like, I know it's a God plan, because that wasn't my trajectory normally. So back up now, Miss Jamaica, year off, fun thing to do. Think it will be something nice to do in the summer, because I mean, I'm likely not to win this thing.
Yes.
But I end up winning. And I'm a patriot to the heart, to the core. So going to represent Jamaica was something I took seriously. Even though and I wasn't too versed on the beauty thing, never really have no high heels, never really know to put on makeup, things like that. I was like, all right, I'm going to represent Jamaica, and that I can do and do well. So went away for the month and end up come forth at the thing. So I'm like, wait, this thing nice. It's easy to be just authentically you.
Yes.
A lot of the girls I met there were groomed to be there. They were Miss Venezuela. She was pinpointed from a child. Yes, I had a little imposter syndrome at first. Like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Right.
When I say, no, forget this. All I can be is me, and me work out.
And I want you.
Me work out.
Yes, yes.
And to know that me work out kind of was a boost of my ego and my you know, the possibilities that I can do, you know. And so representing Jamaica, doing well, that was something that I didn't even plan for either, but it was very nice. It was very, very nice.
So after winning now, then a part of being a Miss World at the time, I don't know if it's still in the canons or a part of it, but during your reign, children, how that happened? Because...
Yes. So you're supposed to be single without children at that time.
At that time.
Because the rules have changed in some of the pageants at this point. So I entered single, not married, and with no children. But in my reign, I become pregnant. And obviously that was not planned. Because I'm now planning to live out this year, and also in my life.
So when you found out that you were pregnant, Sarah, because now you knew that you're supposed to be single without children, you're still very young because you're 22 at that time, you find out you're pregnant, what goes through your mind? Who do you call first? What are your feelings?
All right, so whole heap of things. Whole heap of things, because forget Miss Jamaica and those things. Those are new things, and that's a big thing, you know. So we soon go there. Talk about my family alone.
Yes.
That's rough.
Yeah.
In my family, to have a child out of wedlock, not be finished where you want to be in school, you know, and know this thing is coming. That's unprecedented in my family, and it was just, you know, something that
It was a shocker.
I dread,
Yeah.
like having to face and tell my mom and my dad and so forth.
Where did you tell them?
Then we know me come fast and go into people in Miss Jamaica now that I can't even deal with this personally with my family.
deal with it publicly.
It has to be dealt with publicly.
Yeah.
So the shame that come with that, the regret, because I'm like, girl, you never even did want to do this thing. Why you come pick this thing up now? And now you bring shame and disgrace upon your family. And so the weight of that really, really weighed on me.
Yeah.
But it came down to the nitty-gritty, because I'm a nitty-gritty girl. Like, or I look at perspective. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, I stop, pull out myself. What is important in all of this?
Yeah.
A crown or a life? Is there a comparison? Is there even, okay, people are going to mash me up, okay, people who never even did know something win Miss Jamaica or went away and represented and came forth.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm a role model and I should have said this for the kids. And I get it, you know, because when you put yourself in a position for people to see you, you are supposed to
because
be
you're
as
come
exemplary
and
be under public scrutiny.
Yeah.
So I get it. And that wasn't intention. So I can't go on like, you know,
they never had any rights.
Right, I get it. Especially those who genuinely wanted the best for me and knew my journey and knew I wanted to go to med school, or disappointed. Like, what's going to happen now? It's going to be hard.
Or even harder, because med school is already hard, but with a child now.
And all of that, I get it. So immediately now, because I'm in that zone, I'm saying, all right, we're going to go to the media. You control the rhetoric. That's one of my
Write
rules.
your narrative.
Control it.
Yes.
Because you can't make, because it's going to get crazy. And it is what it is. And if you shame, you shame. If you do something, you something.
We'll take accountability.
Accountability is key, because it's life, you know, you're
going
to learn from it,
tough.
right? So you have to do it. So other than that, is patch up and patchwork, and people get their own little whisperings. No. Went to the media houses, said, this is the situation, this is what I'm doing. If you're confident you're doing the right thing, even in a situation that you never want to be in, nothing can rock you. It don't matter what anybody say or do. You made an assessment. This is right for you. This is all that matters to you, and you just move forward. The whisperings and the murmurings will always be there.
So you decided, I'm keeping my son, I'm relinquishing the crown. So you resigned from being Miss Jamaica World, and you went on now to making your son your world. So talk to me now about the pregnancy, because you deliver your son 3 days prior to going to medical. Father God, you know, say Sarah people like one of the national hero. Like, you know, say, like like Nanny is our auntie. Nanny is our auntie. And Winnie Mandela is our godmother. No man, Harriet Tubman is your god sister, girl. All you does it 3 days before going to medical school, you deliver your son. So during all this time of your pregnancy, you applied to med school. What was the driving force? Why you
No, I'd already applied.
Oh, you already applied?
I had already applied, but in my mind, I have to defer. You know, kind of.
So why did you defer?
Well, one of two things. I just don't know what name no or can do. That's part of me. It was wired in me. So even though the fleeting thought may come in, even just like, why? How you stop? How you quit? I don't know. Better me do it and running out the ground than to make that decision before. But I remember when it became crunch time and I'm ready now and I'm having the baby, and I'm like, ratted, having baby Saturday and school is Tuesday. How it go? So I turned to my obstetrician and I say, you know, waiting for a year? She said, for a year is like the Lord just sent her. She said, absolutely not. And she just started speaking in my life.
Wow.
So she just kind of reignited or fanned my flame a little bit, because the natural things coming now, because I'm 22. I don't know, not want to have no baby. My life is changing drastically. Immediately.
So tell me, what was the pregnancy like for you though, Sarah?
It wasn't bad, you know. Honestly, God is
no
so good and gracious.
No, foot swelling,
no, nothing. Only thing, a piece of tiredness lick me. Like that tired is pathological. And I know that tired, any other pregnancy, from I feel it, I go, because that tired not normal, right? So I got extremely exhausted. And remember, I'm raining, so I'm doing a lot of things, doing a lot of functions. I'm saying, I just asleep, so I mean, I don't care how I sleeping everywhere. So that was the only sign I didn't have any morning sickness. I didn't feel ill in my body at all. So it was pretty good. I can't lie. He was good to me.
Did that empower you even more? Like you had more to prove, like, you know?
Not so. I wasn't on a war path. It was like a living, breathing motivation.
Yeah.
On a day that I felt like, you know, so I'm going to go host something, do something else.
Yeah.
God said, no, you have this child, you have to really press for.
Yeah.
So he was my motivation more than anything else.
Nice.
You know, so we navigated that together.
Yeah.
I don't know anything else, and I don't feel like I was at any disadvantage at all.
What's the relationship that you guys have now? And when he sees all that you've been through and where you are, how does he feel about you?
I mean, he's a teenager now, so you know, I'm not really in the whole heap of talking, like, you know, but he will write it, and every so often he'd say, you know, thanks for all that you've done, and so, but it's like we are each other. Is my party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before there was a Noel, before the girls, before everything, it was me and Zach.
Yeah.
And he would have seen me through every stage, the med school stage, to the intern stage, to now a consultant stage, you know, and
to know a businesswoman stage.
Everything. So he's been there, my life partner through that. And it's weird to have a child as that, but just to see just the way he has blossomed and been patient with me. Because, you know, I've probably been with the girls a little more than I would have with him. But he's been patient. He's a sweet child, very kind. So I figured it out with him.
Nice.
And it was a nice kid to figure it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach. Big up to you, honey. Lovely. So let us now fast forward to 2025. You know, our mommy of 2 girls, right? Caris and
Gia.
Beautiful. You are now also a wife to our one Mr. Noel Lewis, right? Capotin, right? Very well. So talk to me now about how different it was on your second wind, so to speak, of becoming a mommy, being married now and having the girls.
Okay, so on the second wind now, I would have the father in the home unit with me.
Yeah.
Big up to Zach's dad, where he was very present. So the pickups, drop-offs, whatever, he was still there. But having that in home with me was a different dynamic that I really appreciated.
Yeah.
So while I had help, I had a whole heap of help at home. I had mommy, I had Dell, I had a whole heap of people to help me while I was in home, knowing that the other person that created this child with me is getting up and helping with the bottles and helping with that. It seemed that it added equity to it. And I appreciated that. So it wasn't that it felt less burdensome because I had the help, but it seemed equal and fair and lovely. And then I guess the burden was less for me because I used to feel bad that mommy have to get up and help or whatever, or if I have school or whatever. But is your son too, is your child too? You know, you should be there.
Hello, you participate here.
Very present, miss.
It now goes sweet 2 and sour 1, so you're gonna get up, sir, because we're in this together.
And Noel is just, I couldn't ask. It's like God see everything. It must be nice being God. Him see everything and just know what you need. I could not be in this season of my life without a Noel. Honestly, and it's because he's just like, first of all, he's the quintessential girl dad. I'm sorry for them 2 girls. I don't know which husband I'm gonna find if Noel is the standard. Because he does every single thing for them. Bathe them, feed them, everything. I don't want you bathe me, mommy. I'm like, okay.
When them said dada first and sticking to the daddy more, do you feel, is there a
feel bad
of jealousy?
No. Let me tell you, jealousy, I wouldn't even call it jealousy. Like a feel bad. Coming in now because I feel like I have to, because life is such a dynamic. At one season of my life I have to be focusing on the business. I think I see them growing up so quickly that as I wake up they're like bye. I'm like, we're just going to bed though. Like, why you tell me bye? Is it because I'm leaving too much? Am I missing things? Noel will be filling me in with all the things that are happening, and I'm like, no, I need to shift a little. So that's where the feel bad will come in. That they having him as a preference is not something that we feel bad, is a parent.
Right. And I say because your father is a Dan and is a dad's, it's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly fine. Good example.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, and to be honest, that's how I kind of was with my dad. So it's okay. You know, my mom is a little more, stoic and wasn't as roll on the ground and play with us like my father was. So when I see it in my girls, I'm happy. But me want roll and ground too. So
let me ask you this, right? One, how do you deal with mom guilt? And because you're busy,
it's rough, man.
How do you deal with that and how do you rationalize it?
You rationalize it to a point because you're doing what you need to do for your family. You're not doing it with any selfish intention. Everything I'm doing is for them and for them. Is why I go to work, is why I do what I do. However, you have to balance it. It's continuous surveillance of your own life. So, when you just start the business, we need you on the ground doing this, doing that. But as it grows, shift with it.
You cannot
relinquish some, because some have to give,
Yeah.
if you're going to be so ambitious and do all of these things, right? Because being a mom is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Being a businesswoman is a full-time job. Being an OBGYN is 5 full-time jobs. Being a wife is a full-time job.
Yes.
One human can't do 6, 5, 7 full-time jobs. Something has to give. So in some seasons of your life, the family might give. Some season this or that. But actually, there's a godly outlay of how things should be. I should never really be putting my husband underneath work or whatever, you know. So, but lucky he understands, and we work well. There's a wonderful partnership happening there. So I get to go to work on Saturdays, because Saturday is film day with them. And them doing all sorts of foolishness. I play a video game and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, no, I don't know the educational. It's just like, when it's your day, you do what you want to do.
Tell her, Noel.
Right?
Don't tell us my name, mommy. Hello.
Right.
Go to your job and let daddy and the girls
leave us alone.
have
You're
fun.
not leaving. Bye.
How were your pregnancies different? Like,
Oh my God.
were they wholly different, or were they like the same?
Never. They were absolutely different, all three. And it's something I tell my mom, is not just because I'm an OBGYN and see it all the time, but from personal experience, no pregnancy is the same, even in the same woman, right? So Zachary, why may I say, okay, that's how people have 10 and 20, 10 and 20, 10. No, but Caris, no. Caris was in COVID. It was hard. It's hard to judge, because I think there was a lot of external anxiety and things in that time, and uncertainty. And I was working in the hospital, and I never want to get sick, and then I get sick, and then one whole heap of things was going on with that. Gia now, sickness, turnover.
Wow.
If I had Gia symptoms first, I would have must have to tie off.
Oh,
Understand?
So when people always say, oh, have the first one, man. The first one was rough, but the second one is going to be better. And the third one, you're going to breeze through it, man. Because every pregnancy gets easier. That's actually
And
amazing.
that not go so at all. They're probably talking about the actual labor part. It can get shorter, because now your body is familiar with the hormones that are associated with labor and delivery. And so what some people may labor 10 hours, then 8 hours, then 6 hours, right?
Oh.
The actual laboring might.
So there's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee. But the pregnancies don't behave the same. And I think that's a source of anxiety in a lot of women. They're like, but when we did have TJ, this never happened. And when we did have TJ, we never have this. And where does pain come from? And I'm like, mommy, stop comparing.
Every pregnancy.
It's going to mash up your pregnancy.
Yeah.
You have to reel and come again. I wish God would just make us forget, so we just go through it again.
No, I wrote it down.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. I wrote it down because they told me that you're going to forget. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Don't forget, girl. Remember, say, today. Don't let them trick you, girl. Don't let them lead you down the path, right? I want our mommies to hear this and young ladies to hear this, because I think women are pressured into having multiple children because, oh, it's all get better, man, and the next one now got so rough. But I keep asking the question, you're not God. How do you know what I'm going to go through?
Right.
Like, are you a fortune teller? Which crystal ball you have?
I just feel like no life decision should be made off of what people say.
Yeah.
People talk too much. Understand?
That part.
They talk too much. So you're the only one, and your partner in your life can make an assessment and say, okay. So I'll hear people out. They'll say, okay, I was an only child. I don't want that for my child to have the burden of dealing with my whatever. At least I want at least a sibling for that. That's a valid reason, and that's your reason. Nobody can talk you out or talk you in of that reason.
Yeah.
Or somebody else may say, I just want one.
That is it.
One.
Right here.
And don't come tell me, no, you want them to have to take care of you alone.
No,
and
no,
this
our
and
bird
that.
can't fly per one wing. I said I don't have a bird though. It's not Hope Zoo around here. You understand? It's not the New York International Zoo over here. It's a human being.
Right.
I don't have a bird. It's not a bird. It's a child, right?
So just try as best as possible to filter
The
what's
noise.
going in.
Well, let me ask you though, Sarah, as a mommy, as a doctor, as such an accomplished entrepreneur, you're a lot of things. I don't know, your resume is supposed to long for days. Who takes care of Sarah, and how do you ensure that your mental health and your self-care are preserved?
I'm just learning that.
Yeah.
I'm just learning that, because I had this, I used to think certain things are for the rich and famous, or you have to reach a place to do that.
Yeah.
Simple things, like massage and facial. Like I'm like, why? No. I need to be working. Work. And it actually was revealed to me I just started really journaling and trying to work out some of my feelings. I think a lot of it came from that time with Zach.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like I have to. No, I'm like, I don't have nothing to prove no more.
Yeah, you prove it.
I'm good. And I cannot be what I want to be for my husband, for my children, for my patients. If I pop down, it don't make any sense. So I was running myself red, working 6 days a week, not stopping, working all day, working all night. When the picnic sends me, may I snap? No, well, oh God. You know, the patients probably got the best of me, but not even the me I want to give because it's a remnant.
Yes,
you know, I say, this is not working.
Yeah.
This not working. So it's not a thing like, oh, you know, soft life. No, it's so necessary. For the standard you want or what I want, I have to pour back in myself.
I like that, guys. Please write that down. So you hear Dr. Sara say, self-care is not soft life, it's a necessity.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, oh my God, you know, I'm just doing that. You need it to do it.
Need it.
Yeah.
Need it. Sleep. You need it.
Yeah.
I would just be going.
Yeah.
And people are like, yo, you're gonna crash. You're gonna burn out. Like, me, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But burnout didn't look like pop down in a hospital.
Yeah.
Then burnout looked like irritability.
Yes, anger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anger, resentment.
Yeah.
Snappy.
Yeah.
Who wants that?
Nobody.
No, well, is gonna be his favorite parent.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be going on like that.
Wow.
You
Wow.
understand?
And I'm glad you said that, Sarah, because a lot of us sometimes, you know, we're raised to think that, you know, we can Xena our way through life. And as a woman, it's all on you. You have to do it by yourself, and you don't want nobody to get involved, and you don't want to ask somebody for help. But then at the end of the day, we're snapping all the time. We're angry. We're crying all the time because we're not caring for ourselves. And oftentimes we're pouring from an empty cup.
If we could have do it by ourselves, we could impregnate ourselves.
Truly, you'd be an amoeba. Truly.
Why you took it back to biology? Third form?
Yeah.
Third form?
An amoeba right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But being a mommy this time around,
Yeah.
as opposed to being a mommy then, what would you say was the biggest difference in terms of even just how you deal with the children?
I think I moved from an old school way of parenting to figuring out how I wanted to parent.
Yeah, which is how?
A 22-year-old didn't know this is what I want my child to do or not do. It was kind of like, So I moved from being this authoritative person in Zachary's life to like, well, you know, tell me about your girlfriend. But how? How is he going to make that transition from me being like this to being a friend?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm honestly not looking no friend from picnic because I'm your parent.
Yes,
right?
first. Let's get that part
Always,
straight.
Right? So the relationship will morph. But I don't want it to ever be that if Zachary, something happens, he's like, Jesus, mommy, you're going to kill me.
Yeah.
I need you to call me. We're going to figure it out. When I realized Zachary was kind of doing something like he's protecting me, kind of from information or this, or God, I can't tell mommy. I said, no, I got it wrong there. And it was just because I didn't know.
Yes.
I didn't know what it would manifest as in the future or whatever. So now with the girls, which they're just totally, all children put them just different. Yeah. So it's always like a moving target in the one child and with the three children.
Yeah.
And all happening all at the same time. Carissa tell her one time, she got in the corner, go cry. Gia, she be like, is me talking to her?
Yeah.
You told me to go left? Right. You told me to sit down, stand up. I thought I was a perfect parent before Gia come humble me. Okay?
Yeah.
And so I couldn't use the same
technique,
toolbox that I had for Caris and Zachary with Gia. I'm figuring it out. I mean, I figure it out yet. Yes. But I'm figuring it out. So I can't, it's not a one answer. It's just dynamic. And I think about what I want. Yeah. What is the end goal? Not just today. I want them to trust me. I want them to feel safe with me.
Yes.
No, if I cuss you, it's from love.
Yes.
Then if that is my end goal, these are the steps to get to that end goal.
Nice.
I want
you
to be
allow
rolling.
screen time?
I do.
Yes, I do too. Yes,
do.
all screen time moms. Hi, how you doing?
Big up
I mean, be able to know
You're
screen time moms, but yeah,
I do. I do.
Because at first I said, oh,
not until 3. I said it too. I made the proclamation.
Yeah.
Mommy, go.
Yeah.
Please do.
Miss Rachel,
sit down. Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Remember, know the tune name? I'm telling one little blue fish swimming in the water. One little blue fish swimming in the water. One little blue fish swimming in the water. Pop, 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 pop. Me not ask you. Wheels on the bus go right. Hey, Sarah.
No.
Hear me. Oh. I'm not going to be a screen time mom.
And the thing is, those rules were put in place when the screens were not what the screens are now. They can be educational or not. You can put on filters or not. You just have to observe. Caris's vocabulary is through the roof.
Wow.
She's just saying things and making expressions and stuff. Things I didn't teach her.
Because the environment
everything about it.
Yeah. I'm calling now on Calling Dr. Sara
paging.
Lawrence Lewis. What are some of the mom myths that you want to debunk here on Modern Mommy Diaries with Miss Kitty?
From a medical perspective, wow, my gosh, there's so many.
Yeah.
More than the one that was sensible. Because there are many little ones, like if the belly shape, so is a this, is a that, or whatever. But those are just fun. You know, it's kind of figuring it out. One of the misconceptions I have to tussle with my moms with a little bit is how well you care or can be for your baby, right? And I have to keep reminding them that there's nobody else on earth that can be for this baby like how you are for them. Because we're all figuring it out.
Yes.
So I don't think this is a medical more than tapping into the baby blues, postpartum depression part of it. Because physiologically, you go from a hormonal environment where everything is high to a plummet.
Yeah.
So I preempt them. I say, hey, you're going to feel sad. You're going to feel like you can't do it. You're probably going to cry.
Yes.
You're probably, and I think your mind is so powerful
Yeah.
if you're aware of it. And when you see it coming, you're like, oh.
Yeah, you know, catch us off guard.
This doctor's talking about, or whatever, so you don't derail.
Yeah.
You know? So it's really understanding, one, you're going through a process for the first time, moms, that you've never been through before. Two, even if you've been through it before, it's going to be different.
Yes.
Right? So you have to take it as it comes. Work with your provider, your doctor. There's so much misinformation out there. So when you say myths, I'm just like, do you have a next hour?
Wow.
You understand? Because what social media did is a good resource, you know, because mom is coming with some good questions. But some of them not relevant, none at all.
True.
Who gave this person a mic? And a soapbox to
phone,
stand up on,
yeah.
because what are you saying? And them show me, and I'm like, but that's unequivocally a lie.
Yes.
And there's no way to cross-check it. They don't have to pass it and submit it to TikTok for them to say, oh, this is true. They just say anything. And it becomes viral, and it becomes a sensation. And something that you believe with your core to a point where me never know. No, them degree here. No, the lady on TikTok who have 1 million followers or 1 million this said that. So I think you need to find somebody to trust so you can navigate with them. No question is foolish. Ask your questions, write them down. Because when you go in the mom room, you're going to forget everything. And when you go back in the parking lot, you're going to say, don't forget to ask her this, I forget to ask her that. So I wish I could have think of one thing to say, but I think I keep reminding moms, pregnancy is not a sickness. You may have sicknesses that exacerbate pregnancy, or things in pregnancy can cause you to get sick, but it's not a sickness. This is the way that God intended to populate the earth. So you have everything you need to do this. You can do it. Don't make nobody think, say, if you push, you're a real woman. If you get cut, you're not a this. All of this, there's so much out there.
And that should be the end game.
By any means necessary.
When you think about the legacy you want to leave for your children, because some persons, again, don't believe in leaving anything for them pick me.
I don't understand that.
I don't get it.
I don't get where they come
What
from
legacy
with that?
do you want to leave for your 3 children to ensure that they are secure and they know that you love them?
So some legacies are, tangible, some are intangible. Legacy of pure love and faith, and knowing that there's nothing that's impossible. If you commit it to the Lord and it's a part of His purpose for you, you can get it done, right? So that's one thing. Just looking at, it's not like I came from a family of doctors and I walked into a practice and I didn't. It's not like I came dreaming to be a Miss Jamaica, but it all worked together as a part of God's plan. So He used everything, even what was supposed to be shameful and horrible and the end of me. I see it in a mother when they walk in, the shame. The fact that, okay, you're going to have to tell your parents, you're going to have to do this, I know.
Yeah, and because you've walked the road, you can
God had
encourage
to
them
even
and
make
counsel
it happen.
them.
Because that's where pride comes in. You say, how did she get pregnant? I waited till I had a husband. But it just didn't work out that way for me. So I see and I can empathize and I can feel, and it's real. It's not she must feel away. I know.
Yes, I've been there.
I was there. And look at me now.
Yes,
I'm
look
married
at me
same
now.
way.
Hey,
you understand?
wait.
And I know how it felt. Because when I got pregnant out of wedlock and that relationship didn't work out, I'm like, well, I just make her. Nobody not gonna want nobody with no baby. I told those lies to myself, and that's a lie. And I am here to tell you it's a lie. You don't have to go through that anymore. So just knowing, just the way things played out, that nothing is impossible. But also some tangible things too. I'm going to work hard and I'm not working in vain. I'm
Yes.
putting up investment stuff for them, making sure college is set out, all
Yes.
those things, give them the opportunities.
Yeah.
You understand? It's important. Why would you not want that? That's a selfish goal. Oh, I'm going to live my life and then my children have to suffer? Why?
Yeah. Well, me this suffer, so them for come suffer to you. Lucky. I want to use
No,
Sara.
your trauma, you need
Yes.
to help. You need help.
You need
You do,
counseling.
you do.
You need some carrots.
Because nobody needs, why you want to share that?
Yeah.
You share good things
Yeah.
and heal bad things.
Yeah.
You understand? And we have that. We were talking about it before. You will see somebody who have a child out at wedlock and you will say, why not wait and just breed? Like you want somebody now.
Yeah, they want company.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
or,
misery.
or something. And it don't have to be misery for you, you know, but if that is their standard, why? If you don't want to be married, that's yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leave people business and people life alone and support them. Give them something good now. If she chooses she want to get married, all right. We look for the man. You know, go on a date. You find him. You know, do that instead of me. I get old.
Part.
Oh yeah.
The age shaming,
clocking and this and that.
Everybody, your time, your clock are tick.
Yeah.
Your clock is ticking.
No, man.
And so many women have a knee-jerk reaction to your clock is ticking. So a girl said to me the other day, "Well, Miss Kitty, I love Modern Mommy Diaries. Thank you so much for the information. I found it helpful and everything. But my father is pressuring me to have a child. I must have a need to have a child because he might get old and he want a child." So I say, if he might get old and he want a child, why not have one? Him can go have one. So I said to her, are you ready? So I said, well, may I ask, how old are you? Guess how much she is? 26. And her father is trying to drill in her head. Her clock is ticking at 26. And she's very nervous because she thinks her clock is really ticking based on the pressure from family members.
Yeah, man, it's rough.
Yeah.
The whole demographic changing. When we were younger, our parents would finish, have children in them 30s, we get degree and doctorate and law degree and those things, and then we're choosing to travel before. And okay, just as all you have to do is talk to your doctor and make a plan. Plan.
Yeah.
And if something happen along the way, we'll roll with this, but make a plan.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody say, oh, because 35 is advanced maternal age. It's only advanced maternal age because after 35, you're at more increased risk of walking this road of pregnancy with a comorbidity. But if you're 20 years old with hypertension, you're already at high risk.
See what I like the bright people them? You see that? You hear what Dr. said a while ago? So even if you're 20 and you have a comorbidity, you too are high. So age
more
alone
high
then.
risk than a 35-year-old who is not, or a 40-year-old that's not. You and your situation and your desires are valid.
Yeah.
Right? That's the word. Because one, not everyone is supposed to have a child.
True.
Society may make you think, oh, you have childbearing age, warm to you. You're mule, you're this, you're that, talking all sorts of things. It's okay when I ask you, or when your doctor asks you, you want to have kids in the future? Not really, no. That doesn't make you
less
hard
of a woman.
or less of a woman. That's your desire. It's valid.
Yeah.
Is it okay for
like
you
that.
to be a mom and be frustrated with being a mom? I want to press freeze, pause, right? Yes, that's valid. That's okay. It's okay for you to not be in a relationship but still have a desire for a child or a family. That's okay, right? Jim, don't sell a price mat.
Yeah.
You need a partner.
Yeah.
And you're going to be tethered to this person for years.
Yeah.
So please be wise in picking that partner.
Yeah.
Nothing that's going to be rushed. Somebody can't just come tell you, oh, you're 34, you have to have a baby by next year. You just find any old person and know you're this person that cuss
every day.
and bring up a dysfunctional setting for this child to grow in. Think about your actions. So yes, it's valid if you want one, but wait, make the right decision. You know what I mean? Don't be forced into any box.
Yeah.
Don't be forced into any box. You desire to wait till you get married? Wait till you get married.
Or allow social media to paint this delusion. Because
Social media is a whole lie, though. We don't ever want to talk about it.
Yeah,
because
I think a lot of times,
they glamorize everything.
Yeah, everything.
Like,
and so you see the birthday parties, you see the kids them dressed up and so on, and then you think that's all that motherhood encompasses.
Yeah.
And then when you're actually pregnant and you actually have the child and the reality hits you.
no, it's the most selfless thing
Yeah.
that you will ever do.
Yeah.
You give up yourself.
Yeah.
You give up your time. You're not going to get up when you feel like getting up anymore. You can't just get up and go country. You can't just get up and go fly out. You can't just get up and go one party or go
Tell
have
me
drinks.
about
You
it.
have to plan.
Yeah.
You understand? It's worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But it is selfless.
Yeah.
So enjoy each stage that you're at. You may want kids, but that's a whole different chapter and season. Enjoy the season you're in now. Because what happens is that we're making comparisons steal our joy.
Yeah.
So we want the baby and look on her, oh God, look how she's happy, look how da, 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 da. And when the baby come, oh God, I miss when I was this, that. With what years did you enjoy? Okay, I want a child, I'm going to get that child, but for now, I can wake up Saturday morning, 5 o'clock p.m. if I want to.
Yes.
I can go to Olympics, I can do anything without coordinating.
Yes.
Enjoy. Enjoy. Comparison and steal our joy. That's the one thing social media do, is mashing up our meds.
Yeah.
We're looking at the rhetoric they choose to put out.
True.
Nobody going to put out the whole up
The poopy
t-shirt
part,
and
or when they're in the hospital
Pampers
all night
blow.
long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the sickness and the runny nose and the crying all night. Nobody's putting that out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's why we're getting the reality right here on Modern Mommy Diaries. Dr. Sara Lawrence Lewis, guys. A round of applause, everybody. Thank you for being real. Thank you for being transparent. Thank you for being so gracious and, you know, showing the rewards of motherhood as well. And girl, you look good. Sarah, talk the truth though. Away the door for stop back so though. I gotta tell you, look here, no man.
It's
Sarah,
part of my self-care. I mean, I love the gym like you guys, you know.
No, me not love it.
You love it.
No, me not love it.
Me see you go on with it. You love it.
Sarah,
and you
remember
laugh and
some
I
of the
kick
shape like number 2 pencil from daylight. Me not shape like KFC fries, girl. So I have to work it out.
Me not love it like you guys. But guess what? When I'm in there, that's the only thing I do for my day. That's just for me. Me not lift up no weights for Noel. Me not pick up, me not on a deadlift for Gia. Nah, that's just me.
For you.
So I cuss. And I said, Debbie, me don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Me don't want to do this.
I cuss all the time with my trainer too, but I do it still.
I do it because that's me.
Me
Investment
time.
in me.
Well, guess what? I have something for you. So, you know, as a token of our appreciation, thank you, my love, for being on Modern Mommy Diaries with Miss Kitty. I want to gift this to you, and I hope that it will become a part of your, you know, mommy experience, and you can get to write down stuff and your thoughts, your desires, and how happy you are. So thank you so very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule. Guys, she delivered a baby before she come. She do one surgery before she come. She had to rearrange stuff. She went to the office and she's going back to the office now. Yeah. And that's it as a mommy again, you know. It's a constant movement.
I don't see the kids from morning, but when I go home.
Hi, Gia. Tell him you're at Auntie Miss Kitty.
Gia probably said bye because
bye.
That is our behavior.
Hi, Zachary. Hi, Noel. But this is your great, great mommy. And she's such a wonderful example of what possibilities look like. The embodiment of never give up, bet on yourself, keep pushing. And even what the devil meant for bad, God will always rise you above. Creme de la creme. So pull a present on me.
All right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you have to go on in that, girl.
Oh my God! Yeah, bloom with grace.
That is it. You see that?
I love it. I see her.
Yes,
I see her.
yes,
I see her.
yes.
I love this.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate it.
And I'm gonna take some time because you say you write down everything. I'm like, boy, I really don't. And time is flying and things are changing. You should document. You see where you're coming from.
Absolutely. And the mommy brain is real.
Oh my gosh, I can't tell you.
Say come back. Real. Yeah, the frontal lobe.
Sarah,
the part when them say when we research. Say your brain shrink. It shrink for children.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. You see some of the things, I know why God did it. I'm not sure why.
I understand why I'm doing it.
Why?
No, you know why?
Tell me why. Because I've been searching.
When the brain normal, so to speak, you want to be out and gregarious. You see, when the shrinkage of the frontal lobe and the grey matter, you zone in on the baby. I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, because God try bring it in.
All right.
And try to make a connection. I mean, I know some rationalize
Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take
God
it. God
secretary kind of tell me a little thing.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because everything, I'm like, God, why the nausea? Why did this?
Yeah.
You know, you're more discerning what you eat, what you say, whatever. Because, you know, you just have a heightened sense of everything.
And then now you're more responsible and
whatever.
guarded.
It's not just you.
Yeah.
So I make a reason for it.
Yeah.
When I said the brain shrinkage, God.
I said, girl, I cry about that something for 1 week straight.
As I say, as a witty girl, as a quick on the draw girl, I understand. Sometimes I'm just like, I have something to say, you know?
Yeah, I know it.
It's gonna come.
Yes.
But you just lose that pep there. You can't get it back. But
guess what? When you look at the babies,
it's worth it.
It's worth it. It's all worth it, Sarah. You are worth it. You are valued. You're valid. You're valuable. And thank you for sharing your information with us, your story with us. And trust me, I know that people can draw on different aspects of your life to empower themselves. And thank you so very much for sharing.
Thanks for having me. Dear Zach, Caris, and Gio, thank you for being the most perfect children for me. You have taught me so much more than you would ever know. I pray you would grow to love the Lord and live according to His purpose. Remember, all things are possible through Him, and commit all your plans to Him. Love you, and I will forever be your biggest cheerleader, Mommy.